Hey everybody, welcome back to Survival Heights Season 2, and we're starting off this episode the way I love to start off episodes sometimes, with a time lapse, because you guys remember in the previous episode we were getting ready to drain an entire ocean monument. We took on one and we were getting ready to place down all the walls and get all the water cleared. Well, today's episode is all about getting that water cleared. You'll see all the different sand walls that I have currently up, and we are in the middle of draining this ocean monument. As you probably saw by the day count as well, this is gonna take a very long time, and a lot more time honestly went into this than I first imagined. And we're not even gonna show all of this in the time lapse to start off today's episode, but I think it would be pretty cool to show you guys sort of how long that actually took me to do, because at the time of this audio recording, we are actually finished with this. So we've got a completed, at least we've finished with the draining. So we've got a completed drained monument for you all to see. And now we're heading to the end of the time lapse. So without further ado, folks, let's punch on into today's episode. Hopefully you all enjoy. Ooh, we have gotten some work done. As you can see, this entire place, and as you probably already saw, this entire place is now cleared of water. That's pretty amazing. Honestly, the inside and the outside are actually all clear of water. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. That's why, as you'll probably see, that there's a huge gap in between this episode and the last one, because we've been trying to drain, at least I've been trying to drain all of this water before I came back to you guys with any sort of actual progress update. But it took a while. It took quite a long time, but now it is finally done. But we are not done with this, because I have some plans here for what I'm going to use this for. We need to put in glass walls on the sides here. We need to dig this down to bedrock, which is kind of like my next project here, is to dig all of this stuff down to bedrock, because I have some plans for this area. As a quick synopsis, and I'll go over it a little bit later as well, exactly what I want to do, but I want to see for this if we can go ahead and dig this down to bedrock, put an island basically that this is on, and add some floating islands all the way around it. And that's why I also want probably a waterfall or something coming over here, which is why I want a glass wall on this side. Not that we necessarily need glass, but I think it will look pretty cool regardless. So yeah, I've got a lot of work to do, guys. I'm gonna get started once again on working on this area, working on mainly digging this down to bedrock. Let's see how much progress we can get done today. Let's get cracking on this ocean monument once again. Well, would you look at that? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of progress has been made, and I will be showing you all that progress in today's episode. So stay tuned, but I guess let's get started with the area around me. So I'm not sure if I showed all this back here, but you can see a cactus farm up there that I used to get some dyes. Actually needed that plus some blue dye for all the glass you'll see around here, which I'll get to in just a minute. But back here you also see a tiny, kind of a tiny super smelter right here. Pretty similar design to the things I've done before. But this has come in super handy for all the different glass and things that I've been needing, because also we have all these chests right here as I've been digging things out, because if we head over this way, you will see the entire monument is surrounded by glass. In particular, it's actually cyan glass. I tried using blue glass to begin with, but it didn't quite mesh well with the water, so we decided on cyan glass. And you'll also see the kind of idea I have of the water flowing over the edge. For some reason, there's a little patch of blue right here. But regardless, you see all of this water flowing down over here. I thought it would be a really cool effect to have that. And if we look around here, we fly down here, you can see part of this is dug down to bedrock, right? Part of it here. We also have the monument here on top of grass right here. I thought having a nice grassy platform for this to be on would help it stand out a little bit, and we might actually add in some real grass with bone meal and whatnot around this area at some point. But you'll also see the edge here. This is where we started to dig down. Now this sand border right here, I'm definitely going to want to replace at some point. I'm not really sure with what I want to replace it with. I've gotten suggestions for coral or things like that, maybe even just glass all the way down. I'm not really sure what to do with the walls here, but we will debate about that moving forward. But as you can see down here, we've been working on all of the digging, which has been done for the most part all the way down to bedrock. I've been working on flossing the bedrock, which if you guys don't know what that means, basically it means taking all of the different blocks that aren't bedrock out from the bedrock. So all the different like stones and ores and things like that that are in between
all of the different pieces of bedrock in here. But so this is the view from down here. If you guys have not seen this, pretty cool little view, I must say. It is it's very weird being this close to bedrock and looking up like this. I am debating whether or not I want to make this into a floating island right here, but just for now, we're at least going to terraform this, if anything, add some custom cliff sides as well. But for now, we have just this very simple cutout right here, almost like the whatchamacallit, oh, I just fell down here. Almost as if the ocean monument was just plopped on top of some sort of rock rising out of the ground right here, which I think is a pretty cool little trick up my sleeve as well. So we can sort of hop around here. There have been a few slime chunks. You'll see some slime balls here and there. There have been actually quite a few slime chunks around here. There's even one or two underneath of the monument itself in the middle there. But it's been a bit of a pain having those slimes around. So having the bedrock here now and no really spawnable blocks for mobs like that is actually pretty nice. You can see a few of the slime spawning over here where there actually is a slime chunk still. And I have all of this area over here left to do in terms of flossing the bedrock. But I've been using some iron golems. These guys, even though they're beat up, have been super beneficial for me as we've been trying to get rid of a lot of these slimes. It's kind of taken that out of my hands. And hasn't been too terrible. But you'll also see, since the last time I recorded, you can probably see in the ores right here as well, we are on 1.17, the brand new update for Minecraft. So you'll see the different ore textures here. Now the ores used to all be the same texture for those who didn't know. Now they're different textures. You can classify them not just by the color, but also by the texture of the ore itself. So we've done some other 1.17 things as well. So I want to head back up outside as Ocean Monument dig right here and show you all some of the small things I've done in terms of 1.17. And so back over here where the nether portal is, you can see all these chests, all this stuff is filled mainly with cobblestone as I've been trying to dig out places. I added a few extra pickaxes here, fish C5 mending on breaking 3 to get a lot of cobblestone in particular, but also for just these were the easiest pickaxes to make. But you'll see some of the 1.17 things in here. You'll see some of the glow ink sacks. You see a bucket of axolotl. These things are actually pretty cool. I haven't really used them, but they actually are pretty cool. But aside from that, let's see, over here, I have gone around and explored the area a decent bit, try to find myself some geodes and things like that that are in the new 1.17 update, but using that, we did actually find a few, and using those, if we look over here, you will see a giant purple, kind of a giant purple checkmark, not really giant, but we used amethyst and smooth, what do you call these, smooth quartz right here to make a Twitch partner checkmark, because those of you who do not know, quick update about all the partnership stuff, I was accepted to the Twitch partner program finally, so we built this little monument here to sort of celebrate that. Small pool right here as well with the moss blocks, which are a fantastic block, I must say, and some azalea leaves, which, speaking of azalea leaves, if we head down this way, I added a few azalea trees over here to our village. Nothing too special, just a few small trees here and there. I honestly want to make them a lot more custom if I can, but for now, I think that these work pretty cool, and I love these top bushes right here. So definitely going to be using more of these, and even at least the bushes in different places. Actually, if we head over here to the flora thing over here, the greenhouse, I added a few of them around here as well, mixed with some oak leaves. So it works out pretty well. I think they work a lot better with the other azalea leaves, but overall, I do quite like the addition of the azalea leaves and how that works out in general for 1.17. But if you guys have experimented with 1.17 yet, I'm currently on a Optifine pre-release, by the way, for those who do not know that there is an Optifine pre-release. There are actually several that have come out along the way. If you guys have any thoughts about 1.17, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I didn't really have any expectations for it, but as of right now, I think it's done pretty well. So I give it a solid, I don't know, 7 or 8 out of 10 right now. It's got some pretty cool mobs and some awesome blocks that have been added to the game. So I definitely recommend that if you guys have the ability to actually play it, definitely check it out and leave me some feedback. Leave me some of your thoughts about the new update down in the comments section below. But yeah, folks, I'm gonna go ahead probably and see what else I want to get done in today's episode. I know technically we've got a lot done, but it's a pretty short episode, so I'm not sure how much more we actually want to get done, or if I just want to leave it short like this. So let me think about that, guys, see what else I can get done. I'll be back with you all in just a moment. Can anybody tell me what is new around here? What we've done, apart from the fact that we reached 1,000 days now here, 1,000 Minecraft days now in this world, which means that the 1,000 day plus tour will be out as the next video after this one. But The new thing you can probably see over there is the water coming down the sides. We have completed the water wall around the monument, and that also means we've completed the bedrock little trench all the way around here. As you can see, bedrock trench all the way around. But because we completed that, I had a little extra time on my hands, and I decided to do a little bit of testing for some of the other things we want to do around here. We don't have the guardian farm done yet, so that's one of the next things that I want to get done pretty dang soon. But if we head over this way, you can see over here on the front side the moss blocks, right? Moss blocks, grass, and more importantly, the custom terraforming on the side here. So I decided to do something a little bit different. I wanted to add in some of these tough blocks, the new 1.17 blocks, along with some patches of mossy cobblestone. A lot of this stuff was suggestions I got from Twitch chat as well, because I was streaming this, streaming some of the development process of this. But yeah, I think that this looks pretty good. If we actually fly all the way up here and look at it from I think right around here. I've been looking at it from inside the water, basically. It's been kind of tough to be able to see it, but if we head this way, you can see it right here. That's what the edge here is going to look like all the way around once it's complete. I really like the way that the moss fits in, and some of the mossy cobble, and the way that the tough blocks actually work in here as well. So we're gonna have to continue this all the way around. And I'm thinking we're going to do a custom floating island. So all this stuff around here is going to have to be tapered back basically into a more custom floating island design. But you'll also see here, it looks pretty dark down there, and that is because another suggestion I was given was to not hit that slime. Figure out basically if I wanted to do any sort of fog effect down here, and that's what this glass here is for. So all of this is black glass, 7 layers of black glass right here. We could even up it a little bit if we really wanted to. The way you do apparently the way you do fog is you stagger it. Basically every other layer is glass, and go as far up as you want to get whatever fog effect you want. I think that this looks pretty dang cool. We didn't add any lights underneath of it, and this is just like a little test rectangle, but let me know what you all think of this down in the comment section below, because I would absolutely love to do this all the way around here. And I might still, I want to see what you guys think first. I might still do this. It's gonna be a lot of glass, a lot of black dye, so killing a lot of squids, but overall I think if we do this, it will be a pretty cool thing to have, a pretty cool effect basically to have at this build around here once we have all this custom terraforming in and things like that. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. But ladies and gentlemen, we are actually going to end there for today's episode. A bit of a short one, but we've gotten a lot done actually, and a lot of it's grinding work. That's why you guys haven't seen a ton of it here on camera, but I wanted to get as much of this done as I possibly could, and didn't feel like that stuff would be great camera work. But without further ado, folks, we're going to end things off here for today. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode of Survival Heights Season 2. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like down below. And if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. But thanks for watching, peeps. I appreciate you, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.